here behind me. I thought I'd share something with y'all about just letting go of your past. I see this as a huge issue for so many people, so many young people, so many people in our industry. Uh, you know, life is beautiful if you really look for it. There's this old saying that the world will reflect back to you your own emotions. I think Naval Ravikant said that. Man, you can't go into the future that you want, that you dream of, that you've planned for yourself, your dreams, your passions, all the things that you want to impact the world positively with. You can't go into that future with all the baggage that you are holding on to from the past. If people wronged you, if you feel like you had a less than ideal childhood, deal with it, and then let go. I'm not saying just move on. It's not easy. I get it. There's things, there's work you have to do. There's journaling. There's forgiveness. There's expression that you have to let go. Release yourself from that bad energy. Because if you don't, you're basically dragging this behind you into the future. And imagine your future, your dream is like this mountain. You're climbing this Everest. It's a really tall mountain, and you can't go to the top of that mountain with all this heavy baggage. Another way you could look at it is you're in a plane, you're taking off, and you have all this luggage that is tied to you that isn't even yours. You're just carrying other people's luggage. That would be an example of not forgiving people. You have to forgive. Not for them, but for yourself. Because why would you want to drag their luggage on your aircraft? Why would you want to carry their luggage to the top of your mountain? If you don't, I'll tell you what I have seen. I might be completely off base here, but I'll tell you right now, I have rarely seen people that are successful and happy that hold on to the past. Almost unanimously, they're like, dude, I forgave everybody. It's cool. Unanimously. I'm telling you right now, almost all the people that I know that have created significant wealth and they're happy, they have good relationships, without fail, they have let go of all the people that have wronged them. If you don't let go, again, it's for your sake. What will happen, I've seen what it does. Almost unanimously, all the people that I know that are angry at other people, that are angry at their past, they're angry, they're resentful, or they're depressed, which, by the way, is anger towards yourself. That's what depression is. You hold on to those things, and it will make you physically sick. Almost unanimously, I've seen that people who are angry or they're and by the way, I'm not talking about, the types of depression that is chemical. I'm saying the induced form, which is you are holding on. You're doing things that you need to stop. You need to let go, and you're holding on. And what I've seen people that something happens, they get really angry. They don't want to let go. They get resentful. And then when I see them a few months later, a few weeks later, they've gained all this weight. They're sick. They're like, oh man, I was diagnosed with, and it's always some really bad disease. And again, I'm not saying that, I'm not like a pseudoscience guy. I'm just saying there's some correlation between what you believe, what you think, how you feel all the time, and your body. Your body actually starts taking the toll, right? And not only that, it's just a poor way to go through life. Guys, I'm telling you, life is beautiful. Look at the sunrise. It's beautiful. It's just, people don't see that. I don't feel that, right? And I was one of those people. For many years, I held on to so much crap with my life. And I'm telling you that letting go will free you of that. And all this energy that you will release, you can actually now go do things with that are very positive. You'll help people. You can create a lot of wealth. You can create a lot of value for the world, for the marketplace. It's very, I'm saying you can't, but it's very difficult to do if you are holding on to this baggage of your past. Forgive people. Let them go. Release them from your agony. Release yourself from them too. And I promise you that that energy that is released, you'll be able to let go. You'll get healthier. You'll get stronger. You will get happier. You will get wealthier. And let God handle it. At the end of the day, I believe in that. I believe very vividly that there is a creator, and he sees all, man. He sees that if you've been wronged, he will reward you. It's his world. It's the equations. He'll balance them. You don't have to sit there and be like, that's not fair. I gotta make things right. No, that's not your job. Your job, our job isn't to balance the equation. That's the creator's job. Like, look at nature outside, right? There's all these animals out there, right? There's all these animals that are eating, you know, humans don't take care of these animals. Like, look at it. These trees are growing, and those rabbits are eating, the squirrels are eating, ducks are coming in. We don't take care of these things. That's God does that. He makes these things happen. He's created this system, and we're part of that system. You have to submit to that. Let go. Let nature do its thing. If you've been wronged, let nature do its thing, right? Again, I know it's very hard. It's easy said. But release yourself from that. Express the energy once and for all, and then let go. If you gotta go grab a baseball bat and beat the hell out of a pillow so you're not angry anymore, great. Release it and forgive that person. Forgive yourself. That's another thing. If you've done things wrong and you're like, Zane, it's easy for you to say, but you don't know what I've done. I get it. People do some, people do some terrible things, and you might be that people, and you might have a good conscience, and you're like, dude, I can't forgive myself for what I did to so and so, or some of these soldiers that go do and see things. I get it. It's heartbreaking, but you're strong enough. There's this notion in all religious scripture that if something's in front of you, you have the strength to bear that. That's a leap of faith. That's a leap of faith. You have to understand that if you're in a circumstance, whether it's with a person or yourself or just in general, there is something in you that needs to be activated through that circumstance. And again, I don't know why I'm saying all these. I'm just reflecting on my own journey. There's every time I've been in a difficult circumstance, something in me that didn't come, it came to surface, something that I didn't know that was there, came to surface, a good thing, and it made me stronger, it made me more capable. Because instead of becoming resentful, you become reflective. You start thinking about why you're going through that, and that situation will improve you. And if you can't forgive yourself, trust me, that's the greatest trick of the devil, right? The devil, or bad energy, or bad frequency, the enemy, whatever you want to call it, the dark side. That's the greatest trick, is to tell you you're broken, you're bad. You're not bad, you're not broken, I promise you. There's a light inside of you. You recognize that. Believe in that. Take that faith. Take that faith in the light. That's who you actually are. So you're not broken. You're not bad. If you've done things that you don't like, trust me, that makes you a human being. There's people in the history of mankind. There's been 80 billion people. You don't think someone has done what you've done? It's human nature to stumble, to fall, and it's God to get back up. It's godly to believe that you are that you have what it takes to recover and to improve. And if you have breath in your lungs, that means the game's not over. That means that you still have to you have what it takes to recover. And I would encourage you strongly to forgive yourself and see what's on the other side of that. You've tried the way where you're angry at yourself. See how that works. It doesn't work very well. Turn to God, ask him for help. Maybe that's what he's trying to get you to do. You can ask him for help so he can fill you with his light. And if he fills you with his light, you're not going to have any trouble understanding anything. Remember, it's what's inside of us is greater than anything you'll encounter in life. So look, I'm seeing these animals, like they're feeding, and even in the Bible it says, consider the lilies of the field. They neither do they move nor do they toil, but the Lord provides for them. You don't think that that he would provide for us, for you and I? I mean, he does every day. We just fail to see it. So, and then forgive other people. They also stumble. They also fall. You might have been wronged by somebody who also wrongs themselves, and you may think that it's personal to you, but it's really not. That person is just going through a difficult time, and you took it as they were out to get me. Man, most people are drowning in their own sorrows. No one's out here trying to get anybody, in my opinion. Maybe some people are, but the vast majority of people that wrong each other, it's not because they're malicious. It's because they're weak and they're stumbling. And I'm again speaking as a human being. I think I have experience. So anyway, guys, I hope this helps. Forgive people. Let it go. Free that energy. And what will happen is you will find yourself with all this extra energy that you can put towards better things. I hope that helps. Take care, guys.